Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. You asked about this one, and you know what? It's fortunate because I am a huge fan. But today we are talking about FET AI. I have no idea how this stays under the radar for crypto folks, but it seems to languish way down the list. As you guys know, because we mention it on the live stream each and every time, we tend to focus on companies that use crypto and not so much crypto companies. Big distinction. Fetch is just one of those companies. I had a ball making the Skynet comparison last night. Saturday nights are great. But as I say with this one, if you can dream it, Fetch can most likely do it. So if the Fetch AI robots ever do rise up and take over the planet, I'm just letting you know now that I plan on selling out the human race hard. I mean hard. On to business. Fetch AI is building an open access, tokenized, decentralized machine learning network to enable smart infrastructure built around a decentralized digital economy. That is straight off their website. Normally, I would call that vague and carnivalish, but the more I dug into their use cases, dug into their white paper, the more I realized that they are really onto something here. AI has been around for a while. I'm not going to explain what artificial intelligence is. You already know. But AI driven on the blockchain, yeah, that's new. This is an exciting project. Use cases are through the roof, and we are going to dig down into this one a little bit for a nice run right after this. When I was talking this one up just a few weeks ago, when it was 20 cents, I absolutely loved it, and I hope you took me seriously. If you did, you have already 2x'd, and thank you for playing. They don't all have to be moonshots. I know that's the hope and dream of a good chunk of crypto investors, but there is really nothing wrong with just doubling your money in a couple of weeks, and I hope you did. Anyway, the technicals, I get bored with them. I'm just going to pop through them. $300+ million market cap, $60 million volume, last 24 hours, 746.1 million circulating supply, number 74 most held on Coinbase. And in its defense, it only recently listed on Coinbase. It's going to take a bit to get there. Average hold time, 2 days. That's the part I love. As a pragmatic investor, I love the 2-day hold. People are turning and burning a long-term token, and that always gives me a great deal of interest, because if you are turning and burning this one, you don't understand this one. I also adore the turn and burns because it gives me the volatile highs and lows that lets me both scalp the highs and accumulate a good volume at the bottom. Just from the market cap alone, 20% of the total cap has been bought and sold over the last 24 hours. Loving it. Unfortunately, more has been bought than sold. So I am tapping my foot impatiently, waiting for them to get bored and move on. All right, get bored, people. Go buy Doge. Go get some Doge. It's going to the moon any day now, really. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to it. I was loving it at 20 cents, and I was gobbling it up. Its current price of 40-ish cents, I consider still intrinsically low, but it's hard to get past that 20 cents. You're crypto people, and you've been there. Pressing on. But Scott, what does it do? That's why I love this tech. That's what I love about this one. What doesn't it do? The use cases are they're sort of staggering and only going to grow outward. This is literally one of those, if you can dream it, Fetch can probably do it. Some examples. Delivery agents, getting people, pizzas, and packages simultaneously to their destinations across the globe. Autonomous AI travel agents, encouraging direct provider-to-consumer interaction, and as a result, offer significant cost savings for the business and the consumer. That's me. I'm the consumer. Smart cities. Now, the trial was launched in Munich, Germany. It's just a field trial right now, but the potential is massive. Let's take a very simple act. Let's take parking a car. Rather than driving into a parking lot and hoping to find a space, your car will search and communicate with parking agents to find the nearest available space to your destination and book it for you. It won't even tell you that it's doing it. It'll just tell you this is where you go. When you come back to your car and drive off, your AI agent checks you out, calculates the payment, and makes it for you. Just drive away, man. Everything is handled. Commodity exchange and decentralized finance. Love it. Collective learning. This one is getting me pumped because it allows participants to work together to train machine learning models without sharing the underlying IPs. Huge value in the healthcare industry alone, where data can be shared between doctors and hospitals without exposing personally identifiable information which cannot compliantly be shared. HIPAA. From a diagnostic standpoint alone, looking at a chest x-ray scan of a patient with pneumonia versus a patient with pneumonia and other underlying issues. I'm just saying, use your imagination on this one. Signs agents. Traffic signs with the ability to communicate with vehicles. And it gives that information to the driver in a sort of augmented reality. I'm on the fence about this one because next thing I know, I'm going to see my 35-mile-an-hour traffic sign is going to be asking me if I'm thirsty. So I'm on the fence on that one. Supply chains. I am shocked that more large and small businesses aren't jumping all over this aspect. I know software already exists that does this, but what about a supply chain agent that can communicate with every other supply chain agent all across the globe about what is going out, what is coming in, and what is anticipated? Amazon should be wetting themselves at this because given a large enough model, and you got to admit, they get a lot of traffic, they may in the future have that item boxed and ready to ship before it's even ordered. They just know that it will be. Smarter energy grids, smarter electric cars, smarter parking, transport in mobility. This is not a babe in the woods here. This isn't vapor. They've been developing this for years and began rolling it out in 2019. We are only touching on the surface of fetch in this very quick introduction. But if you want to get a tasty nugget as an investor, here it is. They'll give you 10% APY to stake it. Good enough? 10% APY. This one hits so many wickets for us here at the podcasts. All of them. Excellent staking percentage. Legacy world application. Shockingly good upside potential. Love it. But there are a couple of negatives, and I have to mention them because we try to be fair. One, it's early. It is early. It's going to be a long haul for the big valuation. And two, this one hits a little bit closer to home. Double gas fees to actually get it staked. One for the smart contract and a second to move it to the stake network. It sucks, but that's their model. So, yeah, man, look, big fan. This is not financial advice. Please do some digging on this one if you are looking to diversify. And if the robots ever do rise up to take over the world, you can show them digitally that you believed in them and supported their cause the whole time. All right? It is in your interest to at least get one fetch. That's it for this one, folks. Live streams, you know what? They're all the time, but always at 7 Central. Cheers.